What's up, Rich Squad? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dominic Rich. And as you can tell from the title, the thumbnail, I want to give my final thoughts. It's the grand finale. So I want to give my final thoughts on the match between Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool FC. It's going to be big. It's going to be huge. It's going to be humongous because whoever wins this will earn a lot of bragging rights. So let's talk about this final, man. We saw Chelsea defeat Arsenal 4-1 yesterday in the first All-English final. And then we have another All-English final coming up on Saturday. So let's break down both teams. Let's start with Tottenham Hotspur first. Let's talk about their Premier League performance this season. I have a book here, so I'm going to read from a book. Everything's not going to be coming from the head right now because I make a few mistakes when I try to go straight off the top all the time. But Tottenham, 4th in this season's Premier League, 71 points, 23 wins, 2 draws, 13 losses. I think they got the least draws this season in the league, but the losses, man, 13, that's not good at all. They did not end the season very well. They scored 67 goals, conceded 39. Not bad in defense, pretty decent going forward. Their best player was Harry Kane, in my opinion, but we had other players doing very well, like Musa Sissoko. Then the manager is Mauricio Pochettino, and I think this is his first ever final. I might be mistaken. Don't quote me on that. For Liverpool, they placed 2nd in the Premier League with 97 points, like 97, and they placed 2nd. That's how really good they have been this season. They had 30 wins. Like, that is 7 more wins than Tottenham Hotspur. 7 draws. Too many draws, though. That's what cost them the Premier League title. 7 draws cost them the Premier League title. And a single loss versus, guess who? Manchester City. They scored 89 goals, which is amazing. I think the only team that outscored them was Man City. Not by much. And they conceded 22. I think 1 less than Man City. So they had the best defense in the league. The best player, in my opinion, was Virgil van Dijk. He won Player of the Season as well. Manager, Jurgen Klopp. He has been in the Champions League final twice before this. 1 Europa League final as well. So he knows how to get to the final. But does he know how to get over the line? That's the big question. So both clubs will be in the Champions League next season, irregardless of the result in the Champions League final. Let's talk about their road to final. Road to the final. For Tottenham, they were drawn in Group B of this season's Champions League. Well, last season. It's done, last season. The season is pretty much over. But we could still say this season because it's still practically still in the season. Barcelona, Tottenham, Inter Milan, PSV. That was their group. Barcelona topped the group with 14 points. Tottenham came in 2nd with 9 points, Inter 3rd with 9 points, and PSV last with 2 points. Tottenham barely came through the group, so in the Champions League final. In the round of 16, they defeated Borussia Dortmund 4-0 on aggregate. That was really convincing after Dortmund was having a very good Champions League, was doing very well in the league at that point, but we all know they came 2nd behind Bayern Munich again. Then in the quarterfinals, they defeated Manchester City 4-4 on the away goals rule. Defeated them in the first leg, and in the second leg, it ended 4-3. It was a thriller of a game. It was heartbreaking to watch because City scored a goal and VAR ruled it out. I was shattered. I was devastated. But they got past us. And in the semifinals, they met Ajax. And they got past Ajax again. 3-3 on aggregate. A hat-trick by Lucas Moura in the second leg to break Ajax heart. All their fans' hearts shattered like glass. So Tottenham, they barely crawled. They scraped to the Champions League final. But they made it. They made it. As for their rivals, their opponents on the day, Liverpool. In their group, they had PSG, Napoli, and Red Star Belgrade. It was the group of death, in my opinion. PSG got 11 points. Liverpool got 9. Napoli got 9, and Red Star got 4. It was a very, very closely contested group. So both Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool barely scraped through their respective groups. They barely. And ironically, both teams are in the finals, both English teams. Then in the round of 16, Liverpool defeated Bayern Munich convincingly 3-1. The first leg ended 0-0. Second leg, Liverpool finished it off in a bang. They went on to the quarterfinals to face Porto, a team they met last season, and they smashed them again 6-1 on aggregate. They then met Barcelona, lost the first leg 3-0, came back to win the second leg 4-0, one of the most remarkable, heart-shattering comebacks ever. Barcelona was so heartbroken after that game that they went on to lose the Copa del Rey final versus Valencia, who was quite subpar this season, to be frank. But that was because of Liverpool. That was a great comeback, though. A brace by Origi, a brace by Gini Wijnaldum. Great comeback. As for head-to-head, Tottenham versus Liverpool in history, the entire head-to-head history, they had 170, I almost said 70 there, 170 previous meetings in all competitions, going back since the beginning of time, since football was created at the beginning of time. Liverpool had 79 wins, Tottenham 48, and 43 games ending in draws. So we know who are the favorite here to win the thing. Liverpool had won 79 times already. Then the sides have only met once in European competitions, and that was in 1972-73 in a UEFA Cup semi-finals. Liverpool won 2-2 on aggregate on the away goal rule, and they went on to win the competition. Oh, Tottenham, maybe out for vengeance there. This season in the EPL, Liverpool won both the meetings with Spurs. This will be only the second time both teams are playing each other in a final. The only other time was in the 1982 League Cup final, where Liverpool came from behind to win 3-1 after extra time. So I'm telling you, Spurs are out for vengeance. As a form, Tottenham has never won in Spain. Never won in Spain. They had 3 draws and 3 losses. Their last trip to Spain was a 1-1 draw versus Barcelona that gained them entry to the knockout. So that was an important draw there. They're only the second team in UCL history to recover from losing the home first leg in a semi-finals. So what they did versus Ajax there, it was remarkable. It was great. Only the second time it was done. Can't remember who did it the first time. If you know, let me know in the comment section down below. So Spurs have definitely been right in their luck this season with their UCL record reading 6 wins, 2 draws, and 4 losses. That's not a great record to be in the finals at all. Not a great record. Since defeating Man City in their home leg in the semifinals, they have played 9 other matches in all competitions, picking up 3 wins, losing 5 times, and earning 1 draw. So Tottenham has not been in red-hot form. They have not been going through a purple patch at all. But you know who have been in red-hot form? Liverpool. Let's talk about Liverpool. Liverpool have won 5 of their 8 previous European Cup finals. The last 2 finals being the 3-1 loss versus Real Madrid and the 2-1 loss versus AC Milan back in 2007. So is it going to be 3 times unlucky for Liverpool? Left to be seen. Liverpool record in Spain reads 7 wins, 5 draws, and 6 losses. Their last match in Spain was a 3-0 loss versus Barcelona. We could all remember that. It just happened the other day. The Reds have only won 1 in their last 5 visits to Spain. That is not good. That is not good. But will they make it 2? Will they make it 2? That is the question. Liverpool are unbeaten in their last 5 European games against English opposition. So that's a positive right there for Liverpool. With their last victims being Man City in last season's competition. Don't remind me, please. Do not remind me. Liverpool has only won 2 of 6 away games in the Champions League this season. That's not good. That was versus Porto and that was versus Bayern Munich. But they lost to Barcelona, Napoli, PSG, and Red Star Belgrade. They haven't been traveling well in the Champions League at all. But they have been in rather hot form, as I said, in their last few EPL games. And of course, one can't forget their thrilling comeback in the semi-final. Second leg fixture against Barcelona. So, if I have to pick starting 11s for this fixture, for Tottenham, I'm going to go with a 4-2-3-1 formation, and I'm going to start with Harry Kane here. Should I start at Harry Kane? I'm going to pick Harry Kane. I want to pick the best teams. Both teams, I'm going to pick the best teams possible. So Harry Kane up top, Son, Moura behind him with Eriksen as an attacking midfielder, with Sissoko and Ali as holding midfielder driving forward as well. Then in the back, Danny Rose, Jan Vertonghen, Toby Alderweireld, and Kieran Trippier with Hugo Lloris in goal. For Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp, I think he's going to continue playing his 4-3-3 formation. I think Roberto Firmino should be fit for the finals. I am not completely sure if he will start, but if he is fit enough to start, we will see Firmino, Mane, Salah up top. Then in the middle, I would put Wijnaldum, Henderson, and Fabinho. Milner is also an option, but I think Naby Keita is definitely ruled out here. Then Andy Robertson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joel Matip, and Virgil van Dijk. Klopp, play Matip and Van Dijk, not Joe Gomez. In goal, Alisson. My prediction for this game, guys. This game is a really, really hard one to predict, man. Initially, I predicted Liverpool. To win this game. But the thing is, the last 5 or so games, or let's say 4 games I predicted, none of them happened. None of them. I predicted Sunderland to defeat Charlton. It didn't happen. I predicted Newport County to defeat Tranmere. It didn't happen. I predicted Derby County to defeat Aston Villa. It didn't happen. I predicted Arsenal to defeat Chelsea. It did not happen. Is it going to happen again with me predicting Liverpool to win and it not happening? I don't know. I have to stick to my prediction, though. I have to stick with my prediction. I think Liverpool will go on to win the Champions League this season. They have played really, really well, and they deserve to win the damn thing. It will suck for Liverpool and their fans if they do ultimately go empty-handed in one of their best seasons in a very, very long time. It will be harsh for Jurgen Klopp, who is making back-to-back Champions League final. It would be really devastating. This will be his 3rd Champions League final loss if it does happen. This will be Liverpool's 3rd Champions League final in a row losing if it does happen. So it will be hard. Liverpool fans will be thinking very, very positively. And after what they did versus Barcelona in the semi-final second leg there, I think Liverpool are going to win this. But Spurs also pulled off something great versus Ajax. So they fancy their chances as well. They definitely fancy their chances. I recently made a video talking about 10 things that will happen if Spurs do win the Champions League final. I did say Victor Wanyama will be the first Kenyan to lift it, but I was schooled that his brother already did so. So it's keeping it in the family. So I wasn't really wrong anyway. They count as the same person anyway. But he only played for 9 minutes. His brother in the Champions League, he won. And then I stated that Spurs have never won a major European trophy. They won a European trophy or 2 back in the day, way back in the day. But in modern day football, they have never done so. They have never been in any finals. So I think I'm right and I'm wrong in that sense. I must admit when I'm wrong. But It would be a great achievement if they do so. They haven't signed anybody this season. Liverpool, on the other hand, spent maybe over 200 million. They built the team to win the Champions League. They built the team to win things. Are they going to win the Champions League this season? Are they going to do it? It's going to be tricky because Liverpool's front three, their high press, their work off the ball is really, really good. Spurs defenders are going to have a tough task on their hands here. A really tough task to keep Mane, Firmino and Salah quiet. And then still try to push forward to score. If Harry Kane starts, he will be a threat as well. But the form Virgil van Dijk has shown this season, it will be really tough for Harry Kane and company to break down that Liverpool defense. Alexander-Arnold and Robertson driving forward, man, they are very, very deadly going forward, especially Trent Alexander-Arnold. Fabinho, holding midfielder, he will look to break up play. Anything Tottenham pushing forward. It's going to be a hard one to predict for many. I am sticking with my prediction that Liverpool are going to go on to win the Champions League. But Spurs can damn well win the Champions League as well. It will be Pochettino's first major piece of silverware. First piece of silverware, period. I don't think he's been in any final and won anything with Southampton Espanyol, and now with Tottenham Hotspur. Jurgen Klopp has tasted victory many, many times in finals, but he's not in very good form in terms of finals. It would be heartbreaking if Liverpool does not win anything. For Spurs, it will be amazing. It will be an amazing feat. They just constructed and opened a brand new stadium, and it will be a nice way to push the club into the future as well. I'm looking at it from both sides here. So for the stupid people who always think I'm biased for Liverpool, or I'm biased for Spurs, or I'm against Liverpool, or I'm against Spurs, like, relax, okay? I'm just speaking my mind here. And when I do videos from other angles, I'm a content creator. I have to talk about other things and other angles and whether Spurs could win or whether Liverpool could go empty-handed and whatnot. I don't want one particular team to win or lose. Don't be stupid, okay? But I think Liverpool are gonna go on to win this. I'm final on that. I am final. Sorry, Spurs fans, but Liverpool are gonna win the 2018-19 Champions League final. And the Liverpool fans will be hoping that I'm right. They will also be predicting that Liverpool will win the final. So if Liverpool does lose, you can't blame me, right? See? You can't blame me. But guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. I just wanted to give my one final thought on this Champions League final. That's my final thoughts. So if you're new around here, consider hitting the subscriber button. Smash the thumbs up button. Let me know who you think will win this season's Champions League in the comment section down below. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad.